We've all heard the parable of the four soils. And it speaks in that parable of the gospel call going out for salvation. It goes out, and sometimes those seeds hit hard ground, and they don't take root. They can't. They just bounce, and they don't ever grab hold and take root. There's another set of seeds that land in thin soil, and so they put roots down, but they're not deep enough, and the sun comes out and it burns them up, and they're lost. There's another set of soil that it'll hit. The third set is that it'll hit weeds and thorns and briars, and the seeds will take root, but they'll be choked out by what's referred to as the cares of the world, and they'll never be allowed to grow because they're in competition with all this other stuff, and so they're choked out. And then finally, the seeds might hit good soil. And so we understand that from a salvation standpoint. And when we hear the gospel, if our heart has good soil, it will respond to the gospel. But the same is true for our sanctification. Daily, we have to make sure that our heart, one, is not hard, so that when truth comes to us through the word, the revealed word of God, that it will hit good soil. It won't hit hard-heartedness, or it won't hit a heart that is shallow, and it won't go deep, and it'll just burn up with the next excitement that takes place. We also don't want a heart that's cluttered, or that's busied, or that is just worried about the cares of the world. That it would just the seeds would, the truth of the gospel would just be just entangled with all of that and not allowed to grow. We want our hearts to be soft. We want our hearts to have good soil in our sanctification, so that when we hear truth, when someone speaks truth to us, when we see the glories of God around us, when we just witness and feel the presence of God, we want our heart to receive that and for that to grow and multiply.